Hey, good afternoon, everyone, and good evening, everyone. Welcome to my session, and my name is Rajiv. Today, we will be taking the part two of our ongoing training on the events. It has been organized by Event Academy, and it's a certification course. So we will go ahead with the round two, part two for the training further. All right. So without waiting further, we will go ahead with that. Let's go.
Welcome to session 2 of today's training, Marketing to the Right Audience. In the first session, you were able to start exploring your venue through the eyes of the meeting planner. Now, as we all are aware, the competition on online network these days is higher than ever. So it's really important to learn how to stand out in the right ways. We will now take a consultative look into how an enhanced profile can increase not only your profile completion score, but also your chance of receiving more business. Now we will learn how to capitalize on your marketing strategy and convey that branding over to your online profile. Also, how to update your CVN profile so that you are displaying the most relevant and accurate information to the meeting planners. Let's start off with understanding your marketing strategy and how it really relates to CVN. Your CVN profile is your first impression to a planner in this ERP channel. This is most important because of the message that it sends and also because it can save you time if you are informative upfront to the planner. Before you can even start updating your profile, you need to take a step back and be able to answer the question, what is my venue story? And how can I portray this within CVent like I do in other channels? There are three things to keep in mind here. Firstly, who is your target audience? It's important to think about the type of business that you're trying to capture. When updating your profile, you want to keep these in mind. Who will be the best fit, whether it's the small meetings, mid-sized meetings, or certain organization types that you're targeting. Secondly, know your unique selling factors. Give the planner actual facts to use to their advantage. Many a times we hear from our venues that technology is great, but it's hindering us from selling like we would over the phone or let's say in person. So here's your chance to start the selling process. Having a complete and current profile, this is your another chance to impress the planners with the information and detail that you provide. You also want to ensure that your property be reflected accurately when a planner uses any filters and validations in the search process. In the past, Stephen has surveyed our planners to ask what they really looked for in the profiles. The number one item that the venue had enough meeting space is likely not very surprising to us, but I do want to draw your attention to the next two, which is image quality and variety, and unique selling factors. This goes to show that a complete and interesting profile can make all the difference to the planner. The overview section link within the venues tab of your account is certainly a great place to start to understand the overall health of the CVN account. For this session, I want to focus on your venue's profile score. This gives you a percentage completeness score for your profile. Similar to a LinkedIn score, it offers suggestions of how to increase your utilization as well as links you can click to take some action. Let's all make a goal to improve your completeness scores to 100% following the certification today. To dig a little deeper into your profile score, another tool that you can use is to see how well you are taking advantage of the profile features is the venue audit report. This audit can be found in the report section of your account and will show you column by column what features of the profile you currently have and what features you are missing. Both this audit and the profile score are actually great places to start if you are unsure where to begin with updating your CVN listing. This will certainly give you some direction there.
Since the venue audit report gives you a direction to start working on your property profile, let me show you how you can pull this report on your own account. You simply start by putting in app.cven.com in your own browser. And once you add that, you'll see an option to add your account name, your username, and also your password. You can simply enter this information and hit the login button. However, if you are not aware of your password or login details, feel free to click on Forgot Your Login Information, and that should give you a prompt to reset your password. If you do not have a login at all, you can simply start by clicking on Customer Support and start an interaction with our customer care team. Let me quickly enter my password to log into my account. Once you log into your own account, you can see the overview page that you're always brought to. You start by clicking on the Reports New tab from the top navigation bar that you see. And over here, you'll see a few set reports that CVEN has created for your ease. The one that we are looking for today is the last report in this list, which is Venue Audit Report. Start by clicking on the Run button right next to the Venue Audit Report. And once you do that, you're going to get an option to select the criteria and fields of your choice. It could be the venue chain or brand or venue name if you have different venues that you are taking care of. You can even decide the fields that you want in this report. And once you do, just hit the Run tab. Once you hit that button, the report will be furnished right in front of you, and you will be able to notice that not just it pulls in the names of different venues that you selected, but concerning to that, you can also see different criteria or fields that makes up the profile, like the venue description or the images or the awards that you add. We'll talk about all these criteria further in detail in our class. However, for now, you can notice that all the things that are either incomplete or missing are showing up in either yellow or red colors over here. So it's easy to understand the information. Also, if you'd like to download this data and show this to your sales team or whoever's going to go ahead and work on the profile, you can click on the Actions tab on the top right and then hit the Export button. This will help you download this report by simply a click. You can also go ahead and save this report if you want by again going to the Actions tab on the top right and then click on the Save As button. Once you save this report, this should show up back on the Reports New tab in the Save Reports section. The next time you want to run this report, you can simply click on the Run tab and download this report anytime. I hope this gave you a quick sneak peek into how you get started with the venue report and how you can interpret the data.
Now that we have covered why updating your profile is so important, let's go through some of the different profile areas that you can make changes to. I will highlight some of the value points of each profile field and will then show you where to update these details in your account. Before we start off, you'll hear me address throughout the remainder of our training that there are certain features which will vary depending on your listing or your venue type. For Convention and Visitors Bureau, special event venues, and restaurants especially, certain details will not appear. I'll try to point out the major differences as I go, keeping in mind that everyone may be in a slightly different situation. If a certain feature is not appearing in your account or profile, your marketing listing type may be the reason why. As we move through updating the profile today, we are going to build a marketing plan checklist and use this as an action plan for after this course. Let's discuss each of these items one by one. The first few topics we'll address today can all be found at the Venue Details section link. The venue description is your chance to tell your venue's compelling story to the planner. Remember who you're talking to and keep it geared towards the group businesses. Make it digestible for the planner by using paragraphs and bullet points and cut the fluff. Also, make sure you are pulled into the correct search filters used by the planners by having accurate seating and sleeping room matrix. These details will also be showcased in the planner's reporting tools when comparing the bids or the venue details. Let's talk about need dates. Keeping your need dates up to date is more important than ever. Not only is this beneficial to the planners to see, but planners are also able to filter their search results to see the hotels with need dates over their RFP event dates. Build credibility by adding specific accolades and achievements in the venue awards section. This can include property awards, employee recognitions, consumer reviews, and local or national media ratings as well. Further down below within the Facility Information tab, you will also see a variety of third-party rating options. This is a self-reported section that allows you to choose a primary rating for your profile. Whichever rating you choose as primary will be the rating shown to planners in the search results. For example, if you pick AAA as your primary rating, that rating will be powering your search results, but the planner could still then click into your profile and view the rest of the ratings. All ratings on CVEN will be self-reported, with the exception of Northstar, which works a little differently here. CVEN partners with Northstar Travel Media and receives the feed of their ratings as you can see on the screen. Therefore, if you'd like to change your Northstar rating, you should reach out to Northstar Travel Media directly to do so. If you'd like to remove it from the CVEN profile completely for any reason, you can do so from within your CVEN account by using the checkbox beneath the ratings. Moving down to the section links to the left, the next area is meeting rooms. Here you will develop a capacity chart for planners. You will also list all meeting rooms and breakouts or combinations of the meeting rooms to show the flexibility and the variety at your property. There is a set order button, which is helpful here if you want to group meeting rooms together or feature your largest ballroom first on the list. For all the venues to use as a time saver, meeting room information added here can populate to the proposal agenda directly. If your property has a 2-diamond marketing package or above with CVEN, you can also add in a description, an image, and the amenities available in each meeting room. With our social tables integration that you might have heard of, you can include interactive floor plans to showcase your different room setup options and layouts. There is a canvas map feature that can also show where your rooms are located in respect to each other. While we are on the topic of images, nearly 25% of the planners indicated that image quality and variety was a top attraction in viewing the profiles. We all know that visual details can truly capture an audience. Use this section to capture planners' attention by adding a variety of images and descriptions that showcase your property. The number of images visible on the front end of your profile will vary depending on your marketing package listing. Further, you'll see a variety of opportunities to add images throughout your listing, and the system will always provide. I want to also review CVEN's partnership with Leonardo. Leonardo is a third-party source which helps feed high-quality images without you having to manually add them to CVEN. It is very likely that most of you have Leonardo images being fed into your CVEN profile. As you can see, you'll see in the source column whether an image comes from Leonardo or by a CVEN user. If you want to take advantage of some of your Leonardo images and not the others, the best thing you can do is use the sort order or deactivate options, just like we discussed in the meeting room section. The key point to remember is never to delete a Leonardo image from CVEN without also deleting it entirely from Leonardo. If you do this, it will likely come back to CVEN. For any diamond listing client, the hero image is the image which shows largest at the top of your profile. Since this is the largest, you will want to ensure that this is a high resolution image within a minimum size of 1920 by 1080 pixels. Since this is a responsive image, it will adapt according to the viewer's screen, hence it's mobile optimizable. It's recommended to keep the focal point towards the center of the image to ensure that it's not cropped out when viewing on a wider screen. The next section, local attractions, is your chance to not just sell your property, but selling your destination. This is another feature available to any marketing package holder. Planners are sourcing in wider geographic ranges, meaning that they are looking for reasons to source in markets other than the typical large city meeting locations. Example of items to include here are airports, nightlife, shopping, and museums, but also include details like the distance from the property and add an image or a description to help entice them. You can even include amenities that you have on site like a restaurant or a spa to further attract your clients. Now, if you will remember, in our first session, we looked into the promotions hub to see if we could find any venues with incentives or offers. 95% of the planners mentioned that they do look for a promotion in the sourcing process. This echoes how important promotions are to the meeting planners. On the left of my screen, you will see the number of offers or discount ideas, including the discounted sleeping rooms, discounted meeting space, and the meeting room Wi-Fi. Keep these in mind when you are putting together your promotional offers. Advertising promotions on your CVN profile is an upgraded feature for 2 to 4 diamond packages. To create a winning promotion, make sure that you have a call to action. Make sure that the planners know how to claim your offer, because nothing is more frustrating than a broken buying pub. Ensure your messaging is consistent and accurate from the start to finish. Promotions can be found within the venue profile and will also be added to the promotions hub as we saw in our planner perspective session earlier. This generates extra exposure for your listing and for your promotions. Uploading documents or links to your profile can ensure that you're providing all of the information that the planner could possibly want upfront. Documents can help a planner visualize their event at your property and determine if your layout will be a good fit for them. Other examples include client testimonials, press releases, renovation guides, meeting planner guides, catering brochures, and the hotel fact sheets. You want to ensure that you are staying on top of updating these documents, so we recommend avoid any kind of document names that include dates or are time sensitive. Another option is uploading links instead of static documents. Additionally, you will want to categorize each document while displaying on your profile. Floor plan and banquet menus can also be shown in the meeting space area. The restaurant menus will be listed under the dining, and all others will be listed under the additional information section on your profile to the planner. As we close this session, I want to emphasize that less than half of the venues currently listed on the supplier network with CPEN have profile scores of 90% or higher. However, those same venues receive over 3/4 of the total RFP volume and are more likely to be awarded business by the planners. So you want to be the part of that group.
Now that you all are aware of the key factors that makes an impactful profile, let's walk through your online account and discuss how you can make these changes. You start by, again, going to app.cvn.com and putting in your login information, which will then bring you to the overview page, as you can see here. Start by clicking on the Venues tab on the top. And from there, click on the name of the property that you're going to work on today. This will bring you to the venue dashboard page, wherein you can see how complete your profile is using this score under the venue profile section. And you can also see certain recommendations given to you. You can either start by clicking on these one by one, or you can even click on the section links that are given to you on the left-hand side. Let's discuss these section links and the key important factors that you need to work on one by one. The first one is venue details. On each and every tab, you'll be able to notice the edit button. So click on that, and that's how you'll be able to see the open text boxes where you can put your information. You will also notice some of the fields mentioned in red and bold, which means that it's a required information, so you should always keep them updated. Let's talk about venue description. It's important that you avoid any fluff, keep it concise, and also break down the information into different bullet points. This will make the information easy on the eyes for the planners and will make it easy for you to highlight the unique selling points. Moving on to the next mini tab we have, which is facility information. This is how your information will be pulled into the filters, so make sure that you put in the accurate information here. This will concern your meeting space and guest room information. When you scroll down a little further, you'll be able to see the need dates option. We discussed already how the planner can use the need dates filter to match it with his or her event dates in our first session. Hence, it's important for you to update this to boost your visibility. To add the need dates, start by clicking on the Add Dates button, using these calendars to enter the dates of your choice, and then ensure that your checkbox right below the need dates is always checked. This will ensure that your need dates are being displayed to the planners. Further, if you scroll down, you'll have the option of venue ratings. You can select the primary rating using the radio button on the right-hand side, which will then again be used to trigger the filters. Our next mini tab is for amenities. All you need to do in this tab is check all the boxes that are applicable to your property as amenities and ensure that you keep hitting the save button as and when you make the changes. It's important to list all the amenities and keep the planner well informed. The last mini tab in this section is the listing options. This is where you can finally go ahead and update the hero image that we talked about. If you do not like the current image and you want to replace the one, click on the remove button and add a new file, and it will let you add a new file from the device that you're using. You will also be able to see the standard dimensions right below every image so that you are well informed about the size that you have to update. Let's move to the next section link on the left-hand side, which is for meeting rooms. Now, it's important that you add the description and an image to the meeting room if your listing type allows that. You start by clicking on the Add Meeting Room tab at the bottom. And then you can fill in this information, including the description, adding an image, and again, the size is mentioned right here. You can put in the capacity charts and then hit the Save button. It's also important to note that under each of these section links, you'll also be able to see a Preview tab. The Preview tab is present there so that once you make your changes, you can view it on your property profile. This will save you some time since you won't have to go back to Cvent's website and search for your own property. Moving on to the next mini tab, which is the Image Gallery section link. Over here is where you need to make sure that you're adding images that visually represent your property. To view the images that you already have added, you can simply hover over the eye icon next to every image. You also have an option to be able to see where exactly the image is sourced from. It could be Cvent that you added this image from, Leonardo, Ice Portal, or any other integration you may have. Further, you can set the order of these images as well. Start by clicking on Set Order. And in order to set the sequence of these images, just put in the numbers as in how you want and hit the Save button. Let's move to our next section link, which is local attractions. Now, it's important over here that you add certain local attractions like the nearest airport. That information can certainly help the planner. In order to add a local attraction, start by clicking on Add Things to Do at the bottom. Again, a similar form will come up for you wherein you can add the name of the local attraction, the type, be it an airport, a park, a shopping center, a theater. It's important that you also mention the distance and add an image to make sure that it looks visually appealing on your profile. Try to add the description of the local attractions as well to try to give as much information as you can to the planner, as well as the address information at the bottom. Next up, let's view the promotion section of the profile. You can see that currently there are a few promotions already added, and it also tells you the status of that promotion in a yes or a no. This will basically decide if this promotion is showing up on your profile or not. It's also important to note that promotion feature is available to 2 to 4 diamond listings only with CVent. When you add a promotion by clicking on the Add Promotion tab, it's important that you add an image to it to make it look even more complete. Try to describe it as much as you can and enter all the terms and conditions that are applicable to it. The next section link I want to talk about is the documents. It's important that you highlight the category of the documents over here. In order to add one, you can simply click on the Add button and then clicking on the Document tab. From here, you can add in the name, choose the file, and select the category. It could be a floor plan, restaurant menu, banquet menu. If it doesn't fall into these categories, just select Other. And again, ensure that you add the checkbox at the bottom to make sure that it shows up in your profile. This will certainly help you to go ahead and make your profile look more complete and also get more qualified leads from the planner, since they will be more well informed for your property.
Now that you are comfortable maximizing your CVent listing, keep these profile opportunities in mind to ensure that you're capturing the right planners and growing your business thereafter. Remember, our statistics show fully maximized listings are the ones receiving and getting awarded the most business. Now, as a quick recap of today's Marketing to the Right Audience class, we firstly used your venue detail fields to tell your venues a story to the planner. Showcase 2 tools you can use to see how well you are utilizing the CVent profile features, your profile score, and the venue audit report. We then used your various profile features to ensure that you are putting your best foot forward with planners when they are in the buying mode. Now that you may have an action plan for tackling your CVent profile, please feel free to access your account to polish those details. Feel free to log into your account anytime, either during or between our upcoming sessions, by navigating to app.cvent.com. As a reminder, you can also access your account by searching cvent.com in your browser and then clicking the Login button at the top right corner. If you need help accessing your account, try the Forgot Your Login Information link or reach out to the 24/5 team via the contact link or the customer support options over there. For your upcoming session, Manage the Inbound Leads Efficiently, you may find it helpful to follow along in your account if you have an active CVent username. If you guys need help between these sessions or after you've gotten certified with us, The CVEN community is a fantastic resource and can be accessed without needing a username. This portal has many resources on the profile features we reviewed today, including a helpful profile features guide to show which fields are applicable for your listing type. This can be accessed via community.cben.com or at the top right corner of your CBEN account once you log in. Thank you so much for attending our session 2, and I hope that you enjoyed this class. Please tune.
Thank you very much, guys, and that will be the end of the session today. And we will again meet with the third session in a couple of days. And for that time, anyhow, my name is Rajiv, and you can comment below. And if you want any further kind of trainings like that, please do inform and write it to me so that I can able to accommodate trainings like that for your knowledge and for future prospectus. Thank you and have a nice day.